Ciao e bentornati! Welcome back to Pillole D'Italiano. This is a very special episode number 30. Maybe it's just because I like the number 30. Anyway, today we are going to talk about a few more weird Italian expressions, Italian idioms that do not translate in the same way in English. Before we jump in though, I just wanted to let you know that I started a new initiative since a lot of people told me how it is difficult to find a place or a safe space to practice Italian, or people that want to practice Italian with them. I decided to create 2 time slots for my American friends and European friends. One is on Thursdays, every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and the second slot is on Fridays, every Friday at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern. And so you can come join. I will put a link in the description of this episode to buy your ticket. And yeah, come join, have a chat with us, and you will get also personal feedback from me. If I will end up having a lot of people joining, what's going to happen to maximize the time that you will be able to talk and practice, I will be dividing you in virtual rooms, something that you can do easily on Zoom, and I will be checking in with every single room. I will be taking notes and then calling you back at the end of our session, towards the end of our session together. Just to correct some common mistakes and give a little bit of an Italian pill on the spot. So you will be getting more or less what you get here on these videos, but live and personalized in a sense, because most likely I will be touching on topics that you struggle with. Come join this Aperitivo Italiano. This is the name that I gave to these events. Aperitivo Italiano, literally Italian happy hour. Once more, every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern and every Friday at noon, still Eastern time, my time. If you have any questions, if you're not sure if this is right for you, feel free to reach out to me. You can send me an email at info@languagecoachnyc.com. info@languagecoachnyc.com. All right, let's tackle today's topic, shall we? A few episodes ago, you're going to find the link up here. I talked about 10 weird Italian expressions. So this is a sort of a continuation. You can call it a part 2. I will be making these type of episodes every so often because there are so many specific idioms that do not translate in the same way between the 2 languages, English and Italian, and I think it's always a lot of fun. For me personally, when I discover a new English idiom, I get so excited and I try to get into the nitty-gritty. Why do people say it that way? Where does that come from? So hopefully you have the same curiosity and you will enjoy today's episode too. All right, let's start with the first expression of the day. Ogni due per tre. Ogni due per tre. Literally means each 2 for 3. What does that mean? We use it to mean often or every so often, every once in a while. So I could use it, as I was saying before, that every so often I discover a new expression. Ogni due per tre scopro una nuova espressione idiomatica. Ogni 2 per 3 scopro una nuova espressione idiomatica. So ogni 2 per 3, every so often, every now and then. Scopro, I discover, una nuova espressione idiomatica, a new idiom. And every time I discover one, I will keep you posted. The way in Italian we say this, to keep someone posted, to keep someone up to speed, is tenere al corrente. Tenere al corrente. So if I want to say, I will keep you posted, I'm using the you, the plural you guys, I would say vi tengo al corrente. Vi tengo al corrente. Are you noticing here, just little grammatical bracket, are you noticing here how I'm using the present, tengo, to express the future? Because I have the intention of keeping you posted, so I can use the present. Vi tengo al corrente. Literally, I hold you up to speed. I keep you up to speed. I keep you posted. But what I'm saying is that I'll keep you posted. The third expression is actually one word, even though it comes from a combination of 2, is the word tutto fare. Tutto fare. I love this one. basically in English translates, maybe I love more the English translation than the Italian one, but yeah, when I discovered how to say it in English, it was so much fun. A person of many hats, tutto fare. Literally is everything, tutto, and fare, to do or to make, so someone who does everything. But in English is way more fun, right? A person of many hats, tutto fare. And you could talk about a person being someone of many hats, such as Maria è una tuttofare, or Luigi è un tuttofare. Expression number 4, I love this one as well, prendere con le pinze. Prendere con le pinze. Prendere is to take. Pinze are like tongs, I think you call them, you know. You could use them to like flip meat when you're cooking it, so you don't burn your fingers, say, or for salad, right? So pinze, yeah, something that pinches. If you take something with those pinching instruments, it means that you're taking that thing with a grain of salt. You're putting some distance. Prendere con le pinze means to take something with a grain of salt. I could say, don't believe him or her, right? That person is not trustworthy. Take everything that they say with a grain of salt. Prendi tutto quello che dice con le pinze. Prendi, take, tutto quello che dice, all that he or she says, con le pinze, with a grain of salt. The 5th expression is one that comes with a hand gesture, of course, right? Are you surprised? The expression is cascare a fagiolo or cadere a fagiolo, because both cascare and cadere mean the same thing, to fall. So let me show you the hand gesture first. Imagine that you're pinching something small, like fagiolo, the fagiolo of the expression, right? So you're holding it between your 2 fingers, first and second. Flip the hand, right, 90 degree, and then you're imagine that little thing dropping, and then you drag it. Casca fagiolo. Sometimes it comes even with a little whistle. And you don't even have to say anything, but what people will understand, Italians will understand this, casca fagiolo. I'm doing it a bit high, like usually Italians will do it a bit lower, like chest, middle of the chest level, is just for, you know, the camera, to be on camera. So casca a fagiolo or cade a fagiolo literally means it drops like a bean. What I'm saying is that it's exactly on time. Whatever we're talking about, well, exactly on time, perfect timing, casca a fagiolo. Expression number 6 has something to do with a brush, pennello, that is the painter's brush. Calzare a pennello. Calzare a pennello means to fit perfectly. We are talking about something that you wear, usually. Calza a pennello. Or maybe a role for an actor, right? Yeah, if I were to be an actress and I'm reading a part for a role, I might say, questa parte calza a pennello. It really fits me, suits me. Or questa camicia mi calza a pennello. So this shirt, questa camicia, mi calza a pennello. So to me, suits perfectly. It fits perfectly on me. Mi calza a pennello. And if I'm complimenting you on something new that you just bought, I might say, quel vestito ti calza a pennello. That dress suits you perfectly. All right, let's move into the animal kingdom for a second. Expression number 7 is tagliare la testa al toro. It's a bit gruesome if you take it literally, tagliare la testa, to cut the head, al toro, to the bull. What we mean by tagliare la testa al toro is that we want to make a decision, reach an agreement, and just save time. So let's assume that we are going out to have dinner with 3 people. Every single person says something different. Oh, you know, I will love to eat fish. Oh, I will love to grab a pizza tonight. I would love some great steak. I don't know, right? Some meat. Okay, are we in a pickle here? Maybe I come up with an idea. Okay, tagliamo la testa al toro, right? Tagliamo la testa al toro. Let's cut the head of the bull, meaning let's reach a decision that will make us also save time, and let's go to the restaurant where they serve everything that you just mentioned. Tagliamo la testa al toro e andiamo, and let's go to that place. And then I can name the name of the restaurant. So tagliamo la testa al toro, literally let's cut the head of the bull. But what I mean is let's reach that agreement and save time. Tagliamo la testa al toro prima che i ristoranti chiudano. So let's get to that decision. Let's compromise and save time before, prima che, i ristoranti chiudano, before the restaurants might close, which is a bit of a concern in Italy. Here in New York, not so much, because restaurants tend to stay open for, long hours. But in Italy, if you're wasting too much time deciding where should we go or what should we eat, you might not find anything that is open by the time you reach that decision. So, taglia la testa al toro. Expression number 8 is fare il pendolare or fare la pendolare. In English, it's not so much of an expression, it's just a verb to commute. That means, taking public transportation to go back and forth to school or work. It's just a verb to commute, but in Italian we don't have that equivalent verb, so we use the expression fare il pendolare. If you're a man, fare la pendolare. I would say faccio la pendolare. Actually, facevo la pendolare, because now I work from home. So I used to commute. Facevo la pendolare. I'm using that imperfetto of the verb fare because it's something that I used to do and now I don't do anymore. Facevo la pendolare. This leads us into the following expression, stringere i denti. Stringere i denti, which is something that I used to do quando facevo la pendolare, so when I used to commute. Stringere i denti, literally to clench the teeth. Basically, it means to tolerate a situation for a short period of time, not forever. To tolerate, to, go along with it because you know that it's temporary. Stringere i denti. Imagine when you're suffering and you're, clenching. That's something that we do sometimes on a subconscious level. If you are working out and you're lifting a weight that is, too heavy, or it's the nth rep and you're tired, we have that tendency of clenching our teeth. So stringere i denti means to tolerate, to go along with a situation that is not ideal for a short period of time. So if this lesson was very, very boring for you, I could say stringi i denti, è quasi finita. Stringi i denti, so tolerate the situation for a bit longer. È quasi finita, it is almost over. It is almost finished. But hopefully you're enjoying your time here during this brief episode and you don't need to clench your teeth. Non hai bisogno di stringere i denti. Our last expression of the day is chiudere in bellezza, which means to conclude on a high note, which is hopefully what we're doing today. Spero di chiudere in bellezza. I hope to conclude on a high note. Literally, to close in beauty. So I hope to be able to conclude on a high note this episode with the expression chiudere in bellezza. Spero di chiudere in bellezza con l'espressione chiudere in bellezza. There you go. That's it for today. These are our 10 new Italian idioms. Please feel free to leave a comment below if you have heard of anything else that it's kind of weird. Or maybe you're just wondering, how do I translate this English idiom into Italian? So feel free to use the comment section below for your comments, your questions. Feel free to ask anything that comes to mind pertaining to Italian culture, grammar, language. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to it, so you're not going to miss any future fun episode. And I will see you next time. Ciao, a presto!